Hey guys, I hope all is well. In this video, I'll be talking to you about games. And these specific games, they will help you on your self-improvement journey. As long as that you don't really play them like too much, like probably a couple times a week. But anyways, so the first like category of games I would say is the RPG games. So I'm not talking about like really heavy like I don't know, like really graphic stuff. Instead, it's like more calming environment. And the first games I would recommend is like all of the Pokemon games, whether it be from Red and Blue or Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, just basically anything like that. Or even the open world game, that new one, the Legends Arceus one, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is also that too. But yeah, it's still the same core concept as an RPG. And there's also other RPGs I'm sure that you know, and there are Legend of Zelda, or even like this one I found out from a streamer, and he streamed Suikoden 2, and that game is just really nice, because especially when you're first introduced to it, because you just don't know where anything is, and you just basically feel like you're a part of that world. And and all these games you grind and grind and grind, and then at the end of that grinding session you're like, oh, okay, now I can finally beat these people or Pokemon or whatever. And there's also like events as well in there, like rare Pokemon or whatever have you. There's shiny Pokemon and stuff, and yeah, there's also that too in those games. But yeah, anyways, you get a sense of achievement whenever you finally reach your goal there. All right, and then the next topic of games I'm going to be talking about is the racing games, and they actually do help a lot because they bring you back to like your tribal like ancestors, if you will. You're like, okay, I gotta do better. I gotta do better. Like especially when you're playing online. So in Mario Kart, that's a really good example because that also has an online. And yeah, you're like, okay, I gotta beat these people. So you just keep on training, getting better and better. But yeah, Mario Kart's really fun. So is I'm trying to think of another one. The Sonic racing games. So yeah, there is actually Sonic racing games. When I was a kid, I used to play. What was it called? I think it was just called Sonic Racing. But yeah, that was a really cool thing, and I had a bunch of good memories playing Mario Kart Wii as a kid. And I'm getting back into it now, and yeah, that's why I'm making this video, because of Mario Kart. Basically, I'm like, well, there actually are games that are good for you. On helping you, I should say, instead of just like playing shooting games all the time. Because I don't believe they help you at all with shooting games, like Halo and stuff like that, Call of Duty. Anyways, the next topic of games is like the platformer games, and there's a lot of platformers, but the most known example is like the Mario games, because that's where it comes from. That's what sparked the interest in those types of games, because of the first Mario Bros. Game on the NES. The SNES? No, it was the NES. But anyways, yeah, those games are really fun, and you can just sit back, relax, just play. And it's not just platformer games as well. It's every single game that I'm gonna list here. Um, but yeah, Mario games, whether it be an old one or a new one, like Mario Odyssey. There's also other platformers like Donkey Kong Country. Those ones are classics. Just really nice to sit back and relax and play. Alright. And then there's also building games. So, And they're also like very creative. Like you can come up with basically any idea you want in Minecraft, for example. But at the core of it, it's like a survival, and it's also a building game as well. And just the sense of like, just you can do anything you want. Like you can explore, you can go catch some fish and stuff. Like it's just anything. And that's what I really love about Minecraft. And they just keep on coming up with new updates as well, so it never gets old. And there's also more building games, so like you got your Terraria, and like I guess like Factorio too. But that's more of like a simulation game, because it's more like machinery and stuff. It's basically like a tycoon. I should make that another list here too, like tycoon games, but yeah, like roller coaster tycoon and whatever have you. It's basically like grinding games are really good to just play around with. And then the last section here is going to be about simulation games. I don't know, I just touched on that, but yeah, so the classic example of that is The Sims. And you spawn in the Simville or whatever. I haven't played Sims in a long time, but it was really nice whenever I used to play it. But yeah, Sims is really good. You like make people, and they do stuff. You're like, ooh, okay. Yeah, there's like you can do a lot of stuff in The Sims. You make your house, and that's also another aspect of it too, is grindy stuff. And then the next game I want to talk about is like Stardew Valley, and that one I haven't played, but I've watched YouTube videos of it, like from Jacksepticeye, and forget if Markiplier did it. It might have been Markiplier actually. But anyways, yeah, Stardew Valley is really, really good stuff. Because you're on a farm, and you just grind, and you like do crops, harvest the crops, and just fish too and stuff. It's a really nice game to sit down, relax to. Which, that's all these games that I'm saying here. But anyways, yeah, another game. I just forgot. Hold on. Yeah, it was Animal Crossing, and that's kind of the same idea as Stardew Valley, but you just go in that world, and it's a lot more grindy, I would say, than Stardew Valley. But yeah, those games are really fun. And yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Go check out some of them games, and yeah, just don't be a little chicken. Maybe that's your little challenge of the day here, is to just test one out, play it for yourself, and it's something that you haven't played before. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. God bless.